I'd now like to ask Jennifer Tierney to speak. Jennifer is a board member of Citizens for Reliable and Safe Highways. In 1983, Jennifer's father, James Mooney, was killed on a dark rural road in North Carolina when he crashed into a truck blocking the roadway. Jennifer has been a one-woman lobbying force for safety groups and views in the North Carolina legislature. I've had the pleasure of working with Jennifer for over 20 years now, and you don't want to tangle with this woman. She has stopped more bad bills from being enacted in North Carolina, and she really is an inspiration for all of us. Thank you, Jennifer.
I appreciate the opportunity to speak before you all today. I'd like to say that I'm just downright astonished at how horrendous the anti-safety provisions are in this House bill. Triple trailers on all interstates, 90,000-pound trucks up from 80,000 pounds, and a 10-foot increase in the length of doubles, and that's just to name a few. The House leadership at least appropriately named the bill the American Energy and Infrastructure Jobs Act because it's going to create a lot of jobs to repair the horrific damage done to our infrastructure, and it certainly will require a lot of energy to do so. This is the single worst piece of legislation that I've heard about in the 29 years of advocacy since my dad died. I would like to just take a moment, though, to dispel a couple of the false arguments being put forth by trucking and shipping interests. First, that allowing bigger, longer, heavier trucks will take trucks off the road. This is plain and simply not true. Every time that Congress has allowed bigger and heavier trucks, the number of trucks on our highways has increased. So historically, it's just not correct. Most recently, the pilot program that allowed overweight trucks in Maine and Vermont resulted in more trucks, more deaths, and more injuries. I urge Congress to please learn from the past and to not repeat this mistake. Another falsehood that's being spread is that the industry is just supporting a state option, not a truck size and weight increase. Well, we all know, and members of state legislators have even written to Congress saying that if one state allows a 97,000-pound truck, then neighboring states are going to do the same, and this will be forced to allow them to compete economically. We also know that states do not have the money to pay for the repairs that will result from these increases. I urge Congress to stop this ill-conceived, reckless bill. Not to do so, without a doubt, result in more deaths and injuries caused by truck crashes. Thank you.